Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, guys. Welcome out to Cut and Mix. I am Vanessa Hundley, DJ Audioprism, here today with some realty professionals who are going to give us a little peek into one of the hottest markets in the world, literally speaking. It is Miami, Florida. I'm lucky enough to be joined today by Vivian Rincones, Nicole Kasten, and Claudia Palazzi, and they are the Miami Living Team. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you. We are excited and super happy to be here and to present us to you as a team.
Yeah.
Thank you. Miami Living Team.
Well, we're here definitely to talk about teamwork today. And it's interesting to think about the realty field because, a lot of people work on their own, but there are a lot of collaborations and they shift and they move a lot throughout this industry. So for you specifically, why did you ladies come together to join a team?
Well, I think that the basic of all is like we can support each other in every way, like in our professional or personal growth. We can complement each other, our strength, sometimes our weakness, not that much, but we have some, but our strengths, more of that. And then we can push ourselves to the limits and then be there for each other. If one cannot do something, the other two can do it. So we try to work like as a team for that, right?
Yes, exactly. Because many times as a realtor, you have to be in many different places at the same time. So if you have somebody to back you up, or it just makes life so much easier. And we also need a break once in a while. And so we can count on each other to still give the best service to our clients possible.
I mean, it's always like motivating because it's fun. We can, I don't know, sometimes when you are like an entrepreneur, it's very lonely. And when we are together, it's like, at least we have each other, so we can, the days are a little bit down, we can like go up and have fun together, at least.
Right.
Yeah.
And you also get to share a lot of those experiences and stories that, the kind that you have with clients and the kind that you with the financiers and have somebody else to help tell you, like, maybe like, yeah, you have the right attitude towards that, or I don't know, maybe you should step back and think about that a different way.
Bueno, nosotros hemos trabajado juntas bastante. We've been working together a lot with clients, and yes, has been great, because we support and
we can just count on each other, which
always,
which is not always the case, but we know we work very similar. We are very dedicated. We give the best service to our clients, obviously, as well. But we know we can count on. I can count on my partners to do things very similar in how I work.
Yeah. And you have to, work with same people, like you work, like you are.
And same values,
exactly.
Same goals. So we
in the same standards. You want people that'll have the same standards. Exactly.
Like that's the principal thing, I think. Yeah.
No competition and no stepping on each other's toes. Many times that's something I've heard, and we have not necessarily felt so much, because I have not been in a situation where you step on each other's toes if they're in your team, but you counter that with cooperating agents where they feel they need to take over your clients. It happens frequently. And we as a team, we cannot afford that, and we don't want to. And that's why you feel so comfortable too, because we are all in the same. We are all educated. We all have children, grown children.
Yeah.
So we are all. It's a perfect team setting, really, because we have that moment where we can give more to a team creation, really.
And we can reach more people, also more areas, more clients, and we can like help each other and with our areas of expertise. Like maybe Vivian is more like, I don't know, legal orientated, and then Nicole is like very organized, and then I'm the artist of the group, so we can like all of us support a lot each other.
It's amazing. It brings a lot to the table. If somebody can, easily create flyers that look great, which would take me forever because, and here comes Claudia, she puts it together, it looks great, it's fabulous, and it's done in no time. I make a phone call to client. I mean, sometimes if it has to be in Spanish, it doesn't necessarily have to be me.
We are native speakers, so we can do it.
Multilingual here, and multicultural too. So, which of course, Miami is the hub for
multicultural and multilingual and everything. Everything multi.
So it just seems to be the perfect scenario for us.
Now you formed Miami Living because you together collaboratively, and listening to everything you say, you have that shared common vision of just supplying that high quality of real estate services. And I can see where using your different strengths is definitely a very big plus for anybody that chooses to work with your team. When you are looking for people to search and find their properties for sale, how do you collaborate with the clients and then introduce them to other members of the team so that they realize that you're all working together and not, make them feel like you're trying to pawn them off on somebody else?
So as a team, we have decided to work listings, to work sellers together, which means that if one of us finds a seller in our area, which is in downtown, in Brickell, Edgewater, this whole stretch along the bay, which is being developed now, which by the way is fabulous. We decided that we would team up. There's always two of us that would service a listing, and the third one, and we share the commission. So when it comes to buyers, basically we work them our own. But since we are working together, we, if I'm on vacation, Vivian will take over. Because we do need time. We need time out. We have family. We have families, and they're not all in Miami, so they're all over. So we do need time out, and that's where we can lean on each other.
And as a team, we're working like in a marketing strategy, and maybe if we get a buyer from that marketing strategy, we will share it, and then at the moment they will know that we are like the Miami Living team, so any of us can be with them during the whole process. So we are like focusing on listings, but if we get a buyer from this marketing campaign, it will share it. But if we have like our clients that are already established from outside, that we work alone with that client, so it's not like a team.
Now you all have a combined over 20 years in the real estate business. Have you all always focused in the same area of real estate? Do you all do, say, residential or retail or corporate, or how do you, what are your different strengths as realtors in those markets?
Here in Miami, I do residentials, but in Venezuela, where I grew up, I was a lawyer there, and I used to do like commercial things too, But here in Miami, I do only residentials.
That's a great market. I'm sure it's keeping you busy now.
And I love it, because I grew up in the Brickell area, and I see the change right now. Like I've been here like from living 17 years. But we have the apartment, my family apartment from 1975. And now I can say that the change is a lot, from Miami.
Yeah.
That time from now.
Well, I'm the one that has the least experience of the three of us. And I always like being on the residential too. And now we have some kind of like helping some investors find like distressed properties and then rehab them and then put it for the market for sale, or or rent. So that's something that I'm learning. I'm working more on that now. But residential basically is mine too.
Yes.
I haven't done commercial, not that much, and corporative, I haven't done any.
Yeah. No, the same for me. I basically have only done residential. Sales, I have represented sellers, I have represented buyers through the past 11 years now. And yes, Miami has changed incredibly. Prices have changed quite a bit as well. So it's amazing to see. Because even though, you know, we haven't plateaued, we are just, it seems we are just starting to build this city.
Yeah,
it's amazing. You think, well, in 5 years, you'll be like, you know, you come to like sort of a plateau, but no, it keeps going. We thought Brickell is a financial center, and it was the most developed area. And we thought that, well, that was, you know, basically built out. And
in 8 years.
And now, I mean, they're still building. They are still finding lots and beautiful building, beautiful, mostly residential, which could be hotel included, a lot for short term, because we have such a transient city where people come for shorter terms as well. So it's exciting to see that change. Airbnb buildings that only allow, you know, they have like their own Airbnb platform almost. Short term, it creates a different market too for investors.
Yeah, because 20 years ago, Miami was more like party, like you come here to Miami, then you go to Disney, Orlando, or spring break, and now you have everything like sports, cultural, restaurants, like amazing restaurants. I don't know, you have like a different like cosmopolitan kind of style of lifestyle. So Miami is the place to be right now.
Well, let's talk about some of your industry connections and how they help you with your real estate endeavors. I know you mentioned that you can assist with all the aspects of purchasing and selling, and you said you have an alliance with a family office for wealth management support, which, you know, is not something people often think about in terms of, you know, real estate. They don't stop and think about the wealth management on along with that. But real estate holdings are part of managing your portfolio. What is that relationship like, and how does it work for you?
Basically, I send my clients to the family office. Why? Because so many people are holding their estates or their real estate not in the proper form. If it's investors or owners, simple, you know, residential, I don't know, what do you say? Owners.
Yeah,
homeowners.
Mostly,
Properties are being held in one's name or for investor in an LLC. Okay. Now, any time something happens to, God forbid, to an owner of an LLC, you will have to probation. You have to go through probate, and it's which could be a very long process. So our alliance with the family office, first of all, they educated us on what we need to do in order to hold an estate in the right form, because it's different for everybody as well. If you're a foreign investor or if you're how to hold it and be able to transfer it easily is the most important. Also, when you have an alliance with a family office, and your clients are working closely with that family office, it's the office that makes recommendations where to put the money when you sell, how to do it, 31 exchange and so forth, where you're not subject to paying taxes. Actually, you just transfer the taxes to the next. So they are very, very helpful to us.
Like we will help them and they help us.
So now, for all of you, is this your for each of you, I guess, is this your turn, first time working with the team?
For me, it's the first time. Even we work like we are like a team inside a team, because we as real estate agents, we have to put our license in a big team with a broker. So we are part of the Colfax Realty group, and then inside that we are the team of the three, and it's the first time for me to work like as a team, like just the three of us. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So for those of you who, or I guess I should ask Nicole and Vivian, have you guys worked as a team before?
Not we have. I mean, we have, but not so official. Not officially. We have always tried to create a team, but more just on the buyer side, and that is a little bit more complicated, I believe, because we are too independent. So we are very good in taking care of our own buyers and our sphere of influence.
In our listing, we help each other, you know? But maybe I think that helps to begin this.
Yeah.
This team.
But so, now we have a contract and everything, so we have everything set up.
Yes, we are planning exactly. So we worked as a team, but unofficially. Now, even our broker knows that we are creating this team in a very specific manner, because we don't want to have one team leader. We want to work together,
as a collaboration,
and basically. Basically with sellers.
What are, for anybody out there that's in realty and might be considering a partnership, what are some things you would suggest that they talk about or research leading up to the idea of putting together an actual formal partnership?
So
the contract first.
Be clear with the expectations.
Yeah.
Talk about the expectations, because many times we think, oh yeah, let's partner up, but we don't even know what that means. So you set expectations. What would you do? What can you bring to the table? Because we don't all bring the same to the table. And so you have to somehow be open and accepting of that. Maybe Claudia is going to put much more time into something, and then me in that specific thing, and then I'm in other areas. I will put more expertise, or I put more time, or I bring more to the table. So to be clear on that. I think it's very important. This should be the first step. What do you expect? Each of us, how do you see it work?
Yeah, and be honest. Be honest of
and
what we are going to do.
I think that's number one.
The absolute number one, yes.
Yeah, but you know what? That also comes with experience.
Yes, yeah. Some things you don't know until you're in the middle of the situation. And you're
exactly. And we have experienced yes, many, in transactions, so many downfalls and situations that we know how to collaborate more easily, because we know a little bit more what to expect. That doesn't mean new situations won't arise, but we have more of an understanding all that could happen. I think that's the big one.
And it's not something that we just we have been knowing each other for a while already. So it's not something like, I know you, and then in a week we're a team of the three. No, we know, because being in a team on the office, it's not like it sounds like a clique or something like that, but it's not. It's like we know everybody, and we know that the three of us are like similar in a lot of things. So maybe we can connect and we can.
And we are consistent.
Como
We are
valores,
exactly the same values,
Uh-huh.
and we are consistent. We
Yeah.
are consistent in
Yeah.
our office. We are probably the group that is contributing the most, in the sense that
Every
we are-
meeting. We are in every meeting. We are in every presentation.
Yes.
Every lunch.
Right.
Everything. We are like always there.
because we find it important to support also our office.
Yeah.
And all they have to provide.
Well, let's talk about one of your specific markets, because I know, with Christmas coming up, we're going to start seeing ads for everything, all kinds of gifts and goodies and offerings and things to delight that person you love. But, we were talking earlier and investigating condos. And so let's talk about that kind of amazing luxury item that you could possibly maybe get for yourself or a loved one, and help you, jet on as the world reopens and becomes a thing. So let's talk about your condos. Why a condo in Miami?
Oh.
Who wouldn't want a condo in
No,
Miami?
luxury condo in Miami.
Yes. We have seen such amazing things in Miami, such amazing buildings as well, and so much new that is coming to the market that is just stunning. So not just because of the construction, but of all that is happening in Miami. The weather by itself, and the people that are coming here.
We have our Basel in December. We have the tennis
tournaments.
the US Open. We have Formula One, the F1 now. We had it like in May, and we everyone have it. The soccer. ¿Cómo se dice el mundial? The soccer that is going in Qatar now is coming.
It's coming to Miami?
It's coming to Miami, the next one. The next one is coming to Miami. So we have everything here. So people want to come, and then we have all the amazing buildings. We have the Waldorf Astoria, it's a new fresh construction that is beautiful. Baccarat is another one that is coming, building, is apartment, hotel, office. We have the Elser, is a short term. That's amazing, luxury, spectacular, and then it's short term. So it's as an investment is wonderful, because you have something that you can come, stay here 2 weeks, and then have income from that property.
And it's not a timeshare.
It's not a timeshare.
It's not a timeshare. It's a short term. So it's not short. It's a short term. The Elser is one of the, because we don't have so many short terms here for Airbnbs and everything.
I was going to ask you, have you seen any kind of limits put into any of the neighborhoods that you've been in on Airbnb? Is it more of a focused market, or is it just kind of everywhere? I mean, how do you see Miami reacting to that rise in the short-term rentals?
They have a lot of limits. Yes. Miami Beach, they have a lot. So that's why this new pre-construction, they're already building with that
option included. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So because it's needed, for sure it's needed here. And then in some buildings you can see that people are doing like illegally, and they're like cutting that, and then that's why they're giving options to investors and people to buy with a short term.
So like there's very little that is actually already built that allows Airbnb. So there's one building downtown, which is called the Elser, right in front of the port, because a lot of people, we have cruise ships coming in and out, people coming into town, staying for a night or two. And that is one of the buildings that is already built and ready to move in. Yes, they're selling, and they allow short term. They manage Airbnb internally, so it will be very organized versus sometimes disorganized Airbnb situations. So this is an organized, which is for people, families that want to come and want to stay in an apartment versus two separate hotel rooms or suites or whatever. They now can stay in an apartment.
Right.
And they
a nice apartment.
Beautiful,
Nice
with amazing views, amazing
amenities.
amenities, amazing.
Yeah, and then coming back to the luxury gifting and everything, we have like in Miami, you have a lot of public. Like you have like the people that comes and then just go to party or go to the best restaurants, and then you have the family orientated one. So you have people that want to live in a luxury condominium, but without the noise and the party and the coming and go. And so we have another building that is in Brickell, very luxurious, is the 1428 Brickell, and it's orientated like luxury extremely, but to family or more like couples, but not like this single guy that comes and party every night or something like that. So we have different options for everybody, that depending on the lifestyle of what they want from Miami. Yeah.
Got it. Family in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Well, what are some of the steps and considerations people would take buying a condo? I know a lot of people think about home ownership and they think house. So what are the different considerations and steps you would take buying a condo?
There are basically only two. No, there's more than two.
Yeah,
There are
but
more
you have
than
to be
two.
approved by
Yes,
an
like
association.
cash. Yeah, of course, that's the easiest way of doing a transaction.
Pretty much anytime.
Exactly. You can finance. And another option that has been seen more is the crypto. People are buying apartments with cryptocurrencies. There are developers that are accepting cryptocurrencies. Well, not everything, not any, but the ones that can be easily converted into cash. So that is in the rise actually. So
that is really interesting to think about, getting real estate with cryptocurrency. There's so much volatility in the crypto market. So I'm just really interested in how all that works together when you're, buying a house with something that the value of it can jump so wildly.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the thing is that you work with a title company that will help you transfer the crypto into cash, because the seller will get then cash. It's not a crypto transaction where the seller then stays with any kind of,
and then tomorrow the crypto
Bitcoin
nothing
or
yes.
Unless that's something that they would consider, of course, because there are platforms where people can actually buy and sell with the same token.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have like our group of people that helps, and we have the finance broker, we have a title company that work for us that we trust them. So we have everybody, because of course we don't know everything. So we need to be with the ones that knows, and they will help us with the client and be like the bridge. We are the bridge between the clients and all this.
Oh yeah,
and all the other stuff.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Oh yeah, you always need a good attorney. You might want to make sure that buying a property that it's lien free, that the title is cleared, and so we make sure that whatever you're buying, you will not have any issues with after. And even if you buy with us, we will extend the services and do partial. Will be willing to do partial management of the apartments if needed, if they're for investment, if you need any kind of help, if it is for an investor that doesn't live here. I mean, we have experience in that. So
So do any of you do property management for the Airbnb side or just for if they're apartments or housing?
I've been done for like my own properties. Like I have some that I've been doing like the management, but my things, but not for a client yet.
Yeah.
I hope soon, but not yet. Yeah.
I've been doing for all my clients in Venezuela. They are not living here. I manage all the things, you know, the rent, the pay taxes and everything.
So obviously people are going to contact you guys. If somebody called you and said, I've only ever been living in a house my whole life, I'm looking at condos, what would you have them expect from condo living? Because some people might assume it's like being an apartment, but it's not, because an apartment you're renting, in a condo you own. Are there HOAs to think about? Are there special guidelines for living in a condo? Tell us about parking. I mean, those are obviously considerations that you would have that you might not have if you're, in a single family home.
Yeah, normally in the luxury condos, you have to be approved by the association. That's for sure. Like that, the first thing. But if you're buying, it's not that difficult to be approved, but you have to go through the process. And then you have to pay an HOA that's normally here in Miami, in this area, Edgewater, like in this east side of the bay, is not cheap. It's a little bit like on the high side. Because you have a lot of amenities on each condo. Yeah, you have whatever you want, like pool, gym,
Social rooms, tennis, every building has
like a lot of things.
Yes.
You live like you're like vacationing the whole time.
Yeah.
So.
But to say it almost sounds like a resort kind of thing,
Yeah,
but just you happen to live there.
it's kind of, yeah.
Do a lot of the do a lot of the condos have like live entertainment areas that they offer? Do they, have other, or is that something you kind of see here and there? Do they have restaurants or
If you
bars
have
or
hotel and restaurant, you have like the live entertainment area in the pool or something like that. If it's more residential, maybe you can have like a restaurant, because this, like the one that in pre-construction that we are selling now, if you have like a name like the Baccarat or something, it's always they come with like a one Michelin star restaurant or one like a very like international restaurant thing. So people buy because of that, because you have on your building, you have something else. Yeah.
Well, ladies, how would people find and connect with Miami Living?
Call us.
Yes.
Reach.
You can connect us by Instagram, by email, by phone. I think that you can put it like
Instagram's great. What is your Instagram so people can go look at some of the properties that you have listed?
So right now, I mean, we have our separate Instagram
Okay.
listings. We share a website, which is Nicole Kasten _Miami Living.
Okay.
And we are all featured there. And you will find whatever is for sale, and you can do your own searches and get to know more about Miami. Then you reach out to us and we'll take you by the hand, because Miami is, even though we have some areas that are more condensed, every building has their own their own style. They present something more than another. Better views, better water views, better amenities, or the style of life, the location, of course, where we are. But yeah, so we can help very easily, because we're very familiar with all with the area, to guide any buyer through this labyrinth.
Well, ladies, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me today and talking some more about the condo markets. Everybody else, make sure you find Miami Living Group to fulfill all of your condo and residential real estate needs in the Miami, Florida area. Ladies, Thank you again so much for joining me. I wish you all the success with all of the condos out there. And
Thank you,
you know,
Vanessa.
Thank you
we'll
for your
check
time.
back.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
It was amazing.